Nope, I'm not crazy, but I am just a little unwell. Heidi ho, everybody, and a happy wacka Wednesday. This is Grammy Mary, and I'm taking you for a trip in my rocket chair this evening, and I hope to God I have enough fuel. Although I did make some chili and cornbread last night for supper, and so I'm thinking I'm probably pretty well fueled up for my chair. Hello, Rascal. Did you come to help me this evening? Thank you, darling. Oh, wacky day. It has been a wacky day. It's been one of those days where I just wanted to drop kick my Jesus through the goalposts of life. Or at least there's a few people that were definitely begging for that today. But you know what? Being the kind of goofball that I am, I just laughed at them. Because that's kind of the way I roll. Okay, let me see. Who's over here on Fakey Book real quick? I saw the lovely Mary B was over here, as well as Gary L. and Sadja then. Sadja then. I need to be able to perfect my British accent, although I think I would just totally suck at it no matter how well I do that. But, yeah. Hi, Sadja. I know who you are. And thank you, sweetheart. Yeah. Oh, there's lots of people over here that I shared a meme. Support the maximum penalty for animal starvers. And oh, God, yes. People that starve their pets are just F-bomb time. F-bomb time. But I'm not going to drop it just yet. Not just yet. Thank you, Barman, for tweeting me over there on Twitter, both from the RLM and from that Freedoms Network site. Thank you ever so much, darling. Let me go take a peek over here, see who is over here on that effing site whilst I'm on my Opera. I have two browsers going, just in case. Makes it a little bit easier for me to keep track of all the frickin' screens that I got going on. Holy crap. Over here on that effing side, I see Grimmy is over here as well as the lovely Mary B. And let's see, Oliver, my lovely UK Oliver. How you doing? You're on multiple places, and that's wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, I also see Laddie was over here for a while at least. And I'm over here, obviously, or I wouldn't be able to see everybody. Ha! Okay, my headphones are pinching my head. No, my head's not getting big. It's just that my headphones have always been a little on the tight side, which is probably why I am the way I am. Okay, relax, smoke one. Who's gonna? Oh, hey, doobie time. Doobie doo. Okay, over here in the RLM, which is the place to be, y'all, if you want to come and give me static, because I do check this quite frequently. Not real good at checking the other pages that I have open, but I do check this one quite a bit. So, anybody that's listening over here in the RLM, or if you're listening in and you're not in the RLM chat, come on over. Because, yeah, lots of really smart people over here. Let's see. Right there up top, my missionary man. Hey there, Asma. How you doing, darling? Hope you're having an absolutely splendiferous wackadoodle Wednesday. I also, excuse me, I bit my tongue and had a cough all at the same time. That just totally sucks. Moving along. Yeah, the wind's been blowing. And I've been mowing. Hey, that rhymes. I also see Barman is here. Hey there, Barman. You are just the most splendiferous bot in the whole wide world. How you doing this evening, hun? I also see Grimner, and Beth A is here, which that is the Kanakistan pronunciation of EH. For those of you that don't know that, I had to be corrected on that. Well, yeah, there you go. Do I really need to explain it? I don't think I do. Okay, yeah, the lovely Beth A. How's your day going, hon? It's been a while since I've chit-chatted with you. It's been rather busy at work, actually. I also see, yeah, Grimner is here, who is the most bestest Grimner in the whole wide world. He is the RLM god. For those of you that don't know, don't piss him off because he will smite you. He is like the cybernetic kaboom, and he will kaboom yo ass. Although I haven't seen him kaboom anybody, but I'm sure he can because he's a god over here. I also see the lovely Kate from down in Texas. How you doing, lady? How's the weather doing down there? Hope you're not getting inundated with floodwaters or any of that fun shit. My family down in southeast Kansas is most definitely wanting to talk to Noah. We'll just leave it like that, shall we? I also see Trust No One is here. Honey, I really do miss Darth because I need to breathe heavy occasionally, and this is the only chance I get to breathe heavy. The least you could do is give me one night a week where I can breathe heavy. That's the least you could do. Oh, well, I also see Alias is here. How you doing, darling? And I am so glad. Are you the one that just joined over there on Freedom's Network? I think you are, and I'm really glad you did. Thank you for friending me over there, too. And looky there, Chalcedony is here. Once again, the strong silent type. Oh, I have much more wet weather coming. Yippee-yi-yay, cow patty. I hope to God it don't rain this weekend because we got a family shindig that I'm going to. And I got to stop and pick up my mother. And my mother is sometimes very interesting when we drive anyway because, you know, she thinks south is west. So, yeah, if we have moisture, God, I'm going to have to put up with the pterodactyl shriek going down the road. That's going to be ever so much fun, but that's okay. I love my mom. She's just crazy is all, and I'm really attempting to be just like her. Although maybe not quite as forgetful, but I'm getting there too. Okay, I also see, let me see, Chloe with the triple E. Yay, woman, how you doing? She's the other conservative hippie over here, or at least she admits to it. And yours truly is over here in the RLM, as well as IB Dauncey Work. Honey, you're working entirely too late. Time to come home. Kick your shoes off. Get a little wackadoodly. Looky there. Java Doctor 2 is here. How you doing, sweetheart? And how's that new little bambino doing? I still haven't seen any pictures, hun. I'm going to start pouting here pretty quick. Just saying. Looky there, Juana Taco is here. And you know what? The cornbread that I made last night is zippity doodah cornbread. I put some peppers in there. So, yeah. Ooh, 6 inches of snow in Jackson and Yellowstone. I don't want snow yet. I still have a garden out there. I have lots and lots and lots of summer squash and my tomatoes, my bigger tomatoes, because my little cherry tomatoes, they've been doing great. They've been turning and getting ripe and everything. But my bigger tomatoes are just now starting to ripen, so no snow yet, okay? Give me at least a couple more weeks. At least. Because I got banana peppers out there yet, and I got squash, and I got tomatoes, and I still got to dig some potatoes. And I still got quite a bit of garden to go. Yeah, so Mother Nature, please. Take it easy, okay? Okay, the lovely Mary B. from Down Under is over here as well. She's just everywhere, which is a wonderful thing. You really should enjoy this. And looky there, P. Bunyan is here. Hey there, sweetheart. How you doing? I know you look forward to me saying, hey, sweetie. Ragin is here as well. And looky there, Rob Works. Hey, Rob, you got that bubbler handy? Because I think I'm going to be needing that. Because, you know, over the weekend, I kind of did a little bit of the overachiever thing. And it wasn't like an intentional overachiever. It's just shit needed to be done. And so I got it done. Yeah. But I did take a nice hot soak in the tub Sunday evening, thinking that would take care of all of the muscles that I knew would show up and say, hi there, you forgot you had me, didn't you? Oh, I remembered I had them because they woke me up in the middle of the night because they knotted up and pulled my back out of place. First time I've had to go to the chiropractor in probably at least 10 years. Whew, it was not cool. It was not cool. But I did get all my mowing done. But I also realized I'm not 30 anymore. I'm 30 plus. And I'll just leave it at that. So, I need that bubbler, hun. If you got it handy, I'll give it right back. Honest and for true. I also see Solvenor is here, although I'm sure he's just logged in because he's probably sawing logs right about now. And I can't say as I blame him. And looky there, Vinny is over here. Vinny is one of the multiple. Oh, bless your heart, Rob. You're so awesome. Just send me a cybernetic toke and I'll be good. I think. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay. Hi, Vinny. How you doing? One of the many Vins in the world. And hey, Deplorable Atrax is here. You're deplorable today, huh? Wow. Okay. Is that like overachiever mode, hun? I'm just checking, so I know for my own reference later. I never really thought of it like that, but hey, what the hell. JFC, hey there, sweetheart. Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming on over from ucy.tv. I truly do appreciate you guys coming over from there. Yeah, because I'm not like your normal fare that you have over there. You guys actually have people that have like intelligent conversations and shit. I just get on here and rant and rave and poke fun at the tards that be, those lovely little leeches that are bleeding us dry. And yeah, occasionally I say something that's quite smart, but I don't realize I say it until someone points it out later. It's like it just falls out. Bot. Ooh, is that like unskinny bop? Just okay. Now I'm bouncing. Oh, bless your heart, Rob Works. Damn, you're a man after my own heart, hun. Hi, Bot. I saw that you were sharing some really interesting things earlier today in the chat. I did have time to come over and peek in on the chats, both the UCY one and the RLM one today. But I didn't really have time to linger and comment a whole hell of a lot because, yeah, busy. One of those days. Damn it all. I also see Road Dog. Road Dog! Dude, how you doing, hun? And, oh, UK Oliver is over here as well. How you doing, sweetheart? I just love a man with a hairy chest. Just gotta say that. Referencing your profile pic, sweetheart. I have no idea about real life, but yeah. Ooh, you animal, you. And to round out the crew, yeah, move along, Grams. Move along. You're scaring the people. The one, the only, the maybe last, but most definitely not least, who'da thunk it? I don't know. Who'da thunk it? I might have at one time or another. Now I got to scroll up and see what the hell's going on because y'all been chatty while I've been saying hey there, hi there, ho there to everybody. And it looks like, oh, thunderstorms. Hey, sweetheart, thunder snow. You guys had thunder snow? That is the coolest and freaky deakiest thing to have thunder snow. I've actually stood outside when it's doing that shit. And when you get to, especially when it's the great big huge humongous snowflakes, the ones that are at least as big as a quarter. It's so freaking cool. Stand out there and try and catch them on your tongue, which I've had people tell me, don't do that. It's poison. Okay, I'm still here. I'm a little demented, but I'm still here. But, yeah, and then you see that lightning go zzz. It's freaky, but it's cool. Mother Nature can do some really wild-ass shit when she wants to. Want to? Let's see. Okay. And now I finally see that the lovely Miss Kate said it's cooling off down there, which is awesome because, yeah, it gets freaking hot down there. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cooling off, 95.5. My kind of cooling off is what's going on up here right now. It was supposed to get up to 74 degrees. And And they think that they can predict climate change and they can't fucking predict the weather. Yeah, 17 minutes in and there's the F bomb for you. So, yeah, it didn't make it up to 74 today. No, they lied. Do the universities sell surplus mice? Oh, geez, JFC, that doesn't sound like, because I wouldn't trust anything you get from a university. That's including teachers. Um, okay, raining like an SOB there. You know what, sweetheart? By the time it usually gets to me, it's all pootered out. I don't know if eastern Colorado just sucks all the moisture out of it or what, but you get about that Colorado-Kansas line and it just kind of goes, we're done. So it would be nice if we got some moisture instead of this drizzly, windy, icky crap, but oh well. Moving along, let me see what else is going on here. Da, 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 da. Oh, hell. Oh, yeah, oil is big in Wyoming. Yes, it is. Yeah, deplorable attracts. I'm reading that thing about the Yellowstone super caldera, which, yeah, if that goes off, I'm pretty much toasticated too. So, if is a really, really big word for only having 2 letters to it. Just saying. Okay, you are one of Hillary's basket of deplorables? Wow. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. So are you going to be deplorable at her? I hope so. Although I really, that video that came out from over the weekend, I still can't make up my mind I'm sure she had some kind of event. We'll just kind of leave it like that. But yeah, I'm not, because I've watched really close, from several angles and all that other fun stuff, and it really, honest to God, does look like she's got the zip tie cuffs on her. Because if you notice, her hands stay behind her back all the way to the van. Now, I don't know if that was so that it would make it easier for them to carry her should she collapse, although I don't know why that would make it, and I would think that would be extremely uncomfortable for her, not that that really makes a shittin' bit of difference either, but, okay, UK Oliver, I'm trying to think of what I said that now that I'm finally down there. Do I know something you don't know? I don't know. Do I know something? I got accused of knowing everything today, and I went, huh? Really? I know enough to know that I don't know everything. Massage oil? Hey, I have lots of massage oil. Lots and lots. I just don't have anybody but me to... Well, and my puppies, because occasionally I had to do that for my puppies. But, okay. Blinker fluid. Yes, don't ever run low on blinker fluid. That's a bad juju if you do that, because then they don't work. And that's probably what's wrong with most of the people on the highway these days, is they're out of blinker fluid. Yeah, JFC, it is a crime to prove the crimes of the gooberment. I do know that. And the winner of the F-bomb, a free colon... Oh, hey! Wow, that is so cool. She was stone cold out. Yeah, she was out, hon. I did. But I also saw motion lotion. You guys my mind is going, wow, into the wrong or maybe the right. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let me see. It's 4:20 here. Whee! 4:20 time. Barman, 4:20. I don't know what she had going on, but I think big crowds really mess with her. And from a video that I saw earlier today from a doctor who said that that's a lot of time, that's one of the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. I think she's getting her comeuppance is what I think. Lovely Lady Karma is not being so lovely to her because she has not been lovely to anyone else. So, She lost a gear from her mechanical heart. No, actually, Grim, you know what I think really happened to Hitlery? Yeah, her, it, whatever it is. What I think happened is she lost her soul a long time ago, along with Slick Willie. They both lost, if they had one, they lost the last little shred of it a long time ago. And they've just been able to, through eating dead babies or maybe live babies, I don't know, eating things that most of us would go, um, but I really think, oh, thanks, Graham. Blueberry haze. Sweet. In any case, um, I really think that this is just kind of what's going on. They are a prime example of this is what happens after years and years of being a soulless, yeah, for the F-bomb. Okay, let me go back up there then, Atrax. Okay, the winner of the Grammy Mary F-bomb gets a free Colin Kaepernick jersey and autographed hat, which, or Kaepernick or however the fuck you pronounce his name, I really don't give a shit. And I really don't give a shit if he sat on his ass during the national anthem. I don't do the whole stand up, sit down, fight thing anymore either. Cause it's like, I am not going to pledge allegiance to those fuckwee heads. I'm just not. I do not feel any allegiance to the ass munches in the despicable crime zone of DC. So, I can understand that. And yet, that's his right. I mean, that's just kind of a natural right, isn't it? That you have the right freedom of expression. You may express yourself so long as you are not causing hurting anyone. If you don't wish to buy his jerseys, don't buy his fucking jerseys. If you don't want to go and watch him play anymore, excuse me, then don't go watch him play anymore. Big whoop-de-woo-woo. I don't care. That is your choice. This was his choice. And anybody else that decides that they're not being disrespectful to anyone. As a matter of fact, they are being very respectful because they are actually exercising the rights that y'all are saying our military are supposedly fighting to keep for us. Although that's the story we've been fed. That's not necessarily what they're doing, but a lot of them believe that that's what they're doing, and bless their hearts. That's why I think we need to support our troops, and we need to support them by sharing what's really going on so that they understand that, and a lot of them do. A lot of them that come back from the Middle East understand. They understand what the hell's going on. So, yeah. You want to support our troops? Fine. Support our troops. I support our troops every time I talk with them. I listen, and I explain to them my opinion, and I try and be as respectful as I can, as respectful as I am to anyone else. Although there are, like Dangleberry and Trumpelstiltskin and Shitlery that I really have zero respect for. So, I know his salary is $11 million a year. But what a lot of people don't realize, not that he's not making good money, but let me put this out there so y'all know. Okay, his salary is $11 million a year. That's what he's taxed on, or that what the extortion money comes from. Hi, Gary L. Welcome aboard, sweetheart. And thank you for sharing me over there on Facebook. I truly do appreciate when you do that. In any case, okay, so he makes $11 million a year, or that's what his salary is, $11 million a year. Now, he has managers, he has agents, he has accountants, he has how many leechers, how many hangers on, how many Klingons, if you will, dangleberries. How many of those does he have? So you figure minimum half of that goes to other people. At minimum, half of it goes to other people. Also, consider how long he's going to be able to play. Now, granted, this is his choice. It's his choice to be in a profession that has a very short lifespan. I get that. But he really needs to be putting some away. And the problem is a lot of those people don't put any money away for a rainy day, or when you blow out a knee and can no longer play, or when you get multiple concussions, or when you get a cracked vertebrae, or whatever happens, because that is also part and parcel of the game. Shit happens. So, okay, yeah, he still makes damn good money, but he's got an awful lot of clingers. And that good money is not guaranteed. It is not guaranteed. Now, granted, even half of his salary from 1 year I could live quite comfortably for probably the rest of my life on. Quite comfortably. And probably give a lot of money away. Not to schools, not to any kind of institution. I would probably just go out, like that Secret Santa guy does. I'd just go out and start giving money to people. Or I would just start sending people that I like cashier's checks for like $1,000, and just say, okay, you just give me your mailing address. Here you go. Stuff like that. If I had that kind, because really you can't, you can only spend so much. And once I got my house, roof over my head paid for, and food on my table, and utilities so I have electricity, do I really need the rest of that shit? I don't need a fancy car. I got a car that works just fine. So I would give a lot of it away. But, that's just me. I'm not like everyone else, in case you hadn't noticed. Okay, let me go check out what's going on over here. Oh, hey there. Hi, TD. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having an absolutely splendiferous day. Oh, and looky, there's a key cat over on Facebook. Hi, TC Graving. He's got a key cat that's doing calisthenics. Okay. If I do really slowly, I can raise my hands up that high. I'm still kind of, yeah. I got to go in for another adjustment in the morning. Just a little follow-up visit. But yeah, I was really surprised that you think you're out in one spot, and I was out in 4 different spots on my back. And wow, you walk kind of funny after you get popped. Have you ever noticed that? Okay, I walk kind of funny after I've been popped. And don't be all sick and pervy, okay? I'm just talking about my back popped. So, let me see. I'm checking my notifications over here on Fakey Book real fast. And then I'm going to get to some articles that I have seen since the last time I was blasting off in this rocket chair. Oh, hey, here's one that, I just had to share. I saw it earlier over, I believe, in the RLM chat. It's a lovely little meme. Voting for Hillary because she's a woman is like drinking antifreeze because it looks like Gatorade. Little did everyone know that Gatorade is probably just as healthy for you as antifreeze. Lord, that shit's nasty. And have you looked at the ingredients? Oh, you're better off drinking city water. Just saying. In the Bible, there is no black or white church. Jesus did not come to save skin, but to save souls. Thank you, baby Jesus. Let's say amen. Okay, moving along. As if we needed that. Where was that other one? I had one more meme that I shared that I got to share with you guys because I just thought, wow, that is so true. Let's see. Where am I at? Where am I? Scrolling. Keep that cursor rolling, Grammy. Okay, here we are. There have been nearly 3,000 gods so far, but only yours actually exists. The others are silly made-up nonsense, but yours is real. Uh-huh. Yeah. I like that meme too. Because it's like, when you put it like that, you just kind of got to sit back and, okay, people that actually do reasoning, they sit back and go, damn, when you put it like that, it really does sound kind of dumb, don't it? Okay. I reason. I don't necessarily mean that I reason right, but hey, there's a reason for everything I do. I just haven't figured out half of it. Man hug. Oh, somebody's giving someone a man hug. Um, you drank Gatorade for you. Oh, that is so funny, Atrax. Tourette's. Have you seen the Tourette's guy that read Three Blind Mice? Mm. Oh my God, it was freaking hilarious. Although he really doesn't have Tourette's, but excuse me. Yeah, it was freaking hilarious. Bastards! Don't cut off my tail, bitch. That I think that's the only line I really remember from that whole damn thing. But okay, if Black Lives Matters and you want to protest, then put your money where your mouth is. Correct the mundo. Gotta agree with that. And you know what? I think all lives matter. So that's pretty much my thing. And yes, okay, I'm scrolling back up because I want to see the chat going on. Ooh, somebody's got a glow stick, baby. Ooh, that sounds sick and wrong, P. Bunyan. Okay, now I'm coming back down again. And yes, everything is a distraction. And actually yesterday I got to thinking, I know it was one of those things where a couple of cobwebs connected up in my brain. There must have been a flow through going on. And I went, whoa. So all of this shit that's coming out about shitlery and, seeing those videos, and I really kind of freaked initially on Monday because, yeah, that was 2 days ago, because I saw a mirror image video and I went, what, are they fucking with us? I think they're fucking with us. But every time I see shit like that, there's a little part, there's this little crazy guy, with a tinfoil hat in the back of my mind, and he's going, yo, dude, pay attention. Pay attention. Boobies! Okay. I had to do that, Kate. Thank you for throwing that out there. Okay. In any case, yeah. Bread and circuses and mirrors, all that other fun shit. Oh, Supernatural fan. I used to watch that. Netflix. That's the only time I watched it because I hate commercials. Okay. Back to... Where was I? Bread and circus, yeah. All of this shitlery stuff. I wonder what they've got going on behind the scenes, keeping us distracted with shitlery. It's like I mean that's how paranoid that little tinfoil hat Grammy Mary in the back of my head is. She's always going, whoa, what, wait a minute. There's some bullshit going on. I can smell it. That. Is anybody else getting that way? Every time I see something, I don't care if I agree with it or not. There's that little tinfoil hat, me, in the back of my head going, what? A bullshit. There's something's going on. Something ain't right. I'm agreeing with somebody. What the hell? Anybody else have those thoughts? Is it just me? Well, if it's just me, it's okay. Oh well. Let's see. I'm going to check this one out because I saw this over on Twitter, which I already closed my Twitter down because it really drains. It's very draining. This is from the Daily Caller. Oliver Stone says the DNC hack wasn't the Russians. It was an inside job, which anyone with 2 functioning brain cells that are actually on speaking terms knows that. Obviously, there's an awful lot of people in this world that do not have 2 functioning brain cells that are still on speaking terms. And most of them are voting for either Hillary or Trump. Scary. Oliver Stone believes that the Democratic National Committee email hacking scandal was an inside job, which, duh. During an interview with CNN's Christine Amanpour, the Hollywood director, or Horleywood as I like to refer to them as, was asked if he thought it was feasible that Russians hacked the DNC in order to influence the election, which really, seriously, and this whole bullshit of Dangleberry saying that Putin is like, doing all of this evil stuff and hacking things and stuff. It's like, really, dude? You're accusing him of the shit that you've been doing. Not saying that Putin wouldn't do dastardly deeds. I mean, after all, he is pretty high up on the politics food chain, or low down, however you wish to look at that. But yeah, you're blaming Putin for the shit you're doing, dude. I actually kind of sort of like Putin a little bit better than I do Dangleberry, and I really don't like any of them, although I don't really know them on a, first name basis, but it doesn't stop me from saying I don't like you just because I don't like what they're doing. I don't care what their reasoning is. It's their actions that make me think they're gack. In any case, Stone goes on to say, I think it's a great fiction. I think it serves a purpose to disguise what's really going on. The intelligence experts that I've talked to have indicated to me that it was probably an inside job. Now look at all of that non-committal phrasing in there. The intelligence experts that I've talked to have indicated to me that it was probably an inside job. Wow, Oliver. Really stick your neck out on that one, didn't ya? Apparently, when pressed by Amanpour about what he meant, Stone said, couldn't go into all that information. Because he still needs to stay vague. From the Democrats, from somebody who's worked at the committee, or somebody who knows about it. Well, let's be even a little more vague about it, shall we, Oliver? Hey, I'll bet you this would make a really good movie. Are you working on that already? See, I'm so distrustful of all of those people. Do the Russians have a global network of surveillance like the NSA, Israel? Probably. Why not? I don't see why they wouldn't. I think anybody that goes on the internet and actually thinks that they have some modicum of privacy is nuts. That's what I think. But, that is my personal opinion. Once you get on the internet, once you open up your computer to the World Wide Web, you have just opened up your life. Here's your life. So, and I've learned the hard way that, there's just no such thing as having any kind of privacy, period, whether it's on the internet or in what's passes for the real world. It's just not. Mother May I? I don't know. Is it like Mother May I, Kate? Daniel Litt's latest interview. Do you have a link for that, Gary L? That would be cool. I might have to check that out when I'm done. Okay. And Grimmy doesn't know who to shoot. Whoever pisses you off, Grim. Okay. Thanks, Gary L. Okay. I'm going to go back to... because Oliver Stone... Let me put this over on Fakeybook real fast. And then I will also put it on... which I just saw something on Facebook. Let's see. You never tell a Jew to get over the Holocaust. Holocaust. Yet you always tell blacks to get over slavery, Jim Crow, lynching, police brutality, and discrimination. Yeah. Excuse me. Damn it all. This is the season for me to be wheezing. Fa la 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 la. Okay. Put this over here. where was I at? Oh yeah, I saw a meme earlier today where someone said, "So you believe in God, and so this is a merciful God, a loving God, and yet this merciful and loving God apparently let the Holocaust happen to its chosen people. Tell me how merciful and loving that is again." It's some paraphrasing a meme that I saw earlier today, and that was another one of those, huh, huh, yeah, kind of makes you wonder, don't it? And then it makes you step back and go, huh, what was it? Don't I remember something about, yeah, whatever. Moving along. But see, that's where I think that people need to stop and realize that y'all are supposed to be fixing this shit. You're not supposed to be relying on some kind of invisible friend, you know, up in the sky that's got a really long white flowing beard. Kind of like ZZ Top, that kind of beard. Um, Stop relying on someone else to fix your issues or your problems because, yeah, they're your problems. You need to pull up your big boy tidy whities or your big girl panties and fix them yourself. I found that out the hard way as well, and I've had to on my own. And you know what? I did just fine. Everything's not peachy keno, but yet again, it is. So I'm here. I'm good. I'm thankful I have a roof over my head. Other than that, there's an awful lot of people in this world that don't have it nearly as good as I do. So, yeah. Okay. Oliver Stone, you're going to make me think about this. I think all of the shit that's coming out in the news anymore is all just stuff to make you look over here. Look over here. Don't see that knife in the other hand that's coming to get you in the back, which is what I think a lot of it is going on. Everything that's out there right now is a distraction. Every single thing. Some of them are good distractions. Some of them are things that get you to focus on the positives, and then some of them are not. So, now that I've shared Oliver, I can close that tab because I hate having gazillions. Okay, this was also over on Twitter. And I think the lovely Miss Beth, I think you referred to this earlier today. Like tobacco and big pharma, the sugar industry has manipulated research for 50 years. This is over on naturalblaze.com. So, don't you love people who cling to scientific research without ever questioning who sponsored that research? Huh? Using archival documents, a new report published by JAMA Internal Medicine examines the sugar industry's role in heart disease research. The study suggests that the sugar industry sponsored research to influence the scientific debate, to cast doubt on the hazards of sugar, and to promote dietary fat as the culprit in heart disease. See, that's another case of one finger pointing one direction while they forgot they had three fingers pointing back at themselves. The sugar industry was instrumental in influencing the prevailing thinking about fat, obesity, and related diseases, holding that quantifying calories should be a principal concern and target for intervention. Part of this thinking is that consumed calories, regardless of their source, are equivalent to, or are equivalent, i.e., a calorie is a calorie. There needs to be a greater qualitative focus on the sources of calories consumed and on the metabolic changes that result from consuming foods of different types. Calorie-focused thinking is inherently biased against high-fat foods, many of which may be protective against obesity and related diseases, and supportive of starchy and sugary replacements, which are likely detrimental. Which, before I go, and I'm thinking this is a lot of, yeah, that kind of, but I was talking with my eldest brother, and he and I were conversing about cholesterol, and we were at my mother's, and Mom said, "Oh, I've cut out a lot of cholesterol," and I said, "That's your problem, sweetheart. You need to start eating butter. You need to start eating, the good cholesterol stuff. Lots of tuna, all kinds of stuff like that." And which she does eat a fried egg sandwich every morning, and he and I are tag teaming, and my Aunt Wanda, who is my mom's younger sister, we're all tag teaming on Mom. And she just loves it. And she just gets to the point where it's like, I'm 85 years old. I'll eat what I want to eat. Okay. But I'm still going to tell you. In any case, my brother and I were talking, and he said he's starting to find different little research things, which once again, one must question. But he's finding research that says that actually cholesterol helps smooth out your arteries and veins and capillaries, because when your blood cells go through, like especially the red blood cells, they're so big, and they go through, and they do have a tendency to nick the inside walls of your arteries and veins and capillaries. And when you consume cholesterol and that gets carried through the bloodstream, that actually goes in there and it smooths out those nicks. So cholesterol actually helps with blood flow throughout your body, which I thought quite fascinating. And I have checked into some of that stuff, but once again, there is that little tinfoil hat Grammy in the back of my head going, do I really trust this shit? Actually, yeah, I trust it more than I do, because a lot of this is research that is not put out there by the big medical consortiums or whatever. They don't want you to know this because they're still pushing their, ooh, you have high cholesterol. Let's put you on a statin drug, shall we? Yeah. And now research and reports are finally starting to come out that say that statin drugs are very, very bad for you. Took me 3 years to get my doctor convinced that there's no freaking way she's going to get me on a statin drug. And when she finally, and after giving her multiple articles that I'd printed off for her, she's finally decided that, okay, I'll stop prescribing these. Because they don't get a lot of that shit. That's one thing a lot of people don't understand, is a lot of times doctors are so very busy with trying to keep up with their patient load. And yes, they do get wooed by big pharma, but you need to be involved in your own health, and you need to tell them, excuse me, this is some research that I found, and I really don't care to do this, and you need to check this shit out if you're going to continue to be my doctor. If you no longer wish to be my doctor, then fine, I don't care what you read. I'm not going to come see you anymore. Pretty much how it works out. And she's going to find out my next appointment that this is the last one. Unless I break something, I'm not going in anymore. Not doing the checkups and all that other fun shit. I'm finally catching up with the chat. No, Chloe, hon, I'm not catching Shitlery's pneumonia. Allergies. Seriously, that's what it is. And I was doing quite well. I'd mixed me up another blend of my allergy oils, and then Amy and James came over Monday, and they were helping me cut up some of the tree that fell in my yard. Because it keeps on and off raining, so I really can't do a whole heck of a lot of it when it's doing that shit. In any case, James had forgotten his oils, and so I brought it out for him, and I said, here. And then I never got it back. So I need to mix me up another batch of my allergy oils. Because every time I mix up a batch, someone always takes it. And I don't get it back. And then I'm the one sitting here going, oh, okay, well, at least I got the oils. I can make another batch. And I haven't done so in the last 2 days because I've been busy. But that's on my agenda when I get done this evening. Make me up some more allergy stuff. Because, yeah, yesterday, actually Monday, I wasn't hacking and wheezing and coughing and sneezing. And yesterday, I was kind of doing a little bit of the sneezy stuff. And today, I'm hacking and wheezing because I didn't mix up my allergy stuff. As my guys at work like to say, it's my voodoo stuff. They call me the voodoo queen because I always have oils in my purse. Okay. I'm going to put this big tobacco thingy over here as well on Fakey Book because, yeah, people need to know. Let's see here. There we go. And you know, I've had a lot of people tell me, you need to put this on this group page and you need to put this on that group page. Well, you know what? If I share it on my page and you're friends with me, why don't you just take what I shared and you share it into that group page? Because I just put it out there. If you wish to share it on, or if I wish to share it on, I will also put it there. But I put it out there a lot of times because I put it out. I'm a drop and run kind of sharer, you know. And if someone wishes to have a conversation with me about whatever I dropped and ran with, then I will go back and have a conversation with them. But other than that, I share and I move on. Because yeah, I'm trying to live in the now because that's really all you've got is now. So, you know, right now, like right now. And oh wait, now. Is that enough? Oh, yeah. Let's see. Now that I've got that shared, I can go ahead and close it as well. And let's go see. I've got some, excuse me. Thank you, Saja, for sharing that. Weta! Hey, woman, how you doing, hon? Excuse me, damn it all. I should have mixed up my oils before I came on, because I wouldn't be doing this if I would have done that. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but you know what? Gotta live in the now. That was in, and now I'm paying for it. Sorry, y'all. Got a hacky, wheezy, coffee, sneezy Grammy going on. Oh, well. I'll be better by Friday. I know I will. Which reminds me, Grammy, is Friday Solomon's last call-in? Inquiring minds want to know, because if it's his last call-in, then I will stick around Friday night. But if he's going to be doing another one, then I'm going to head down to my mother's Friday night. So, just checking. Because I don't want to miss out on. Yes. You know, Gary L., I just finally saw this. I've actually been listening to in the mornings when I get up. I do lemon water. Yes, I have some lemon oil as well, and I also have some fresh lemons in my fridge. So yes, I will tend to that when I get done this evening. But shit, I should have put some lemon drops in my water that I woulda, coulda, shoulda. Damn it all. And Road Dog is having a beer. There you go. That is very pastafarian of you, Road Dog, which thank you. Thank you, because yes, I'm towards the end of the first hour, and I think it's time for some funniness and some silliness, and yet some vital information that you all need to check out. And I found this earlier today because someone had shared something that I agreed with, but it over on Facebook, and it, you know how they always say, if you agree, say yes, or if you, and every time I see that, I just like it. I don't, most of the time, I don't comment, because it's like, really, don't tell me what to do. You're not my boss, applesauce. But on this one, it said, if you agree, say amen, or some such nonsense. And so I put raw men on there. And they asked me, what does that mean? So I shared this. Just a sec. I got a flasher going on over here. Ah, thank you, TD. How to become a pastafarian. Now, this is vital information for all of you out there. Seriously, it is. This is from wikihow.com. There are 3 parts to this. For joining the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, following the principles of Pastafarianism, and becoming a master of Pastafarianism. Now, I am a Pastafarian. Arg. I'm working on my talk like a pirate shit, although I do have a pirate costume. And I am going to wear it for Halloween. But Pastafarianism is the world's fastest growing carbohydrate-based religion. Pastafarians worship the flying spaghetti monster. May he touch you with his noodly goodness. He's an omnipotent deity that the church does not necessarily believe to actually exist. Outsiders call the church's members satirists. Enemies call them heretics. And landlubbers call them dirty pirates. And I'll have you know, I took a shower this morning. And I'm not telling you where I took it, because that's none of your business. But one thing's certain about Pastafarians. They sure love beer. There you go, Road Dog. I think you are a Pastafarian, dude. So, when joining the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, number 1, simply wish to join the church. That's it. According to the official website for the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, or FSM, all that's needed to become a Pastafarian is to want to be one. You do not need to. Now, mind you do not need to do the following. You do not need to participate in any sort of ceremony. You do not need to pay any sort of fee. You do not need to make any sort of promise or pledge. You do not need to give up your current religion. You do not need to know anything about Pastafarianism. You do not need to have a literal belief in the flying spaghetti monster. How awesome is that? I'm thinking it's pretty freaking awesome. Number 2, if you need to learn the basic beliefs of Pastafarianism, but then again, you really don't have to. But if you're curious, here they are. So you've just become a Pastafarian by willing yourself to be one. Great! Now's the perfect time to learn what you've just signed on for. The following are some of the fundamental pillars that make up the belief of Pastafarian religion. However, you don't have to literally believe in them to be a member. Ergo, refer to rule number 1. Okay, the supreme deity is known as the Flying Spaghetti Monster, or the FSM. He's an invisible, omnipotent presence that takes the form of a giant clump of spaghetti with 2 meatballs and eyes. He created the universe in 4 days and then rested for 3. Pirates are considered holy beings. According to the religion, pirates helped fight global warming and protect against natural disasters. Every Pastafarian should strive towards piratehood. Or not. Pastafarian heaven is a land of beer volcanoes and stripper factories. Yes, gentlemen, beer volcanoes and stripper factories. What guy would not want to be a Pastafarian, knowing that that's heaven? Seriously. Okay, moving along. Number 3. Now you can start studying the sacred texts of Pastafarianism. For a great introduction to your new religion, try browsing any of the Pastafarian scriptures. The most important book to Pastafarians is the Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. It's the Quill Award-nominated gospel, and it was published in 2006 following an open letter by author Bobby Henderson to the Kansas State Board of Education. Booyah, my state, ever so proud. It was satirically posted, or protested its ruling requiring the teaching of intelligent design in public schools, which I really don't have a problem with teaching intelligent design, because to me that doesn't necessarily mean that there's an invisible guy in the sky that did it. Sometimes it means that there is someone else from another universe that happens to be way more technologically advanced, and they came here and they saw something that showed some promise, and so they tweaked the DNA, and then they came back and went, wow, we really fucked shit up, didn't we? Should have left bad enough alone. But moving along, the gospel also discusses the various aspects of Pastafarian belief in depth, making it indispensable for new members. Another major Pastafarian holy book is the Loose Canon, which is available online, and it includes religious stories, guides for everyday life, prayers, and the writings of numerous figures in the church, such as Captain Jeff. Part 2. This is following the principles of Pastafarianism. Number 1. Follow the 8 I'd really rather you didn't. Now, see, Pastafarian doesn't have commandments. They have I'd really rather you didn't. And I kind of like that. This set of rules, also known as the 8 condiments, given to the pirate captain Mosey by the FSM himself, provides the basic code of behavior for all Pastafarians. There were originally 10 rules, but, well, Mosey dropped and broke 2 and on his way down the mountain, and which pretty much accounts for Pastafarians' relaxed moral standards. The 8 surviving rules are: I'd really rather you didn't act like a sanctimonious, holier-than-thou ass when describing my noodly goodness. That's pretty easy. Number 2, I'd really rather you didn't use my existence as a means to oppress, subjugate, punish, eviscerate, and or, be mean to others. Number 3, I'd really rather you didn't judge people for the way they look, or how they dress, or the way they talk, or, well, just play nice, okay? Number 4, I'd really rather you didn't indulge in conduct that offends yourself, or your willing, consenting partner of legal age and mental maturity. Wow, there's some pretty stringent stipulations there. Whew. Okay, number 5. I'd really rather you didn't challenge the bigoted, misogynist, hateful ideas of others on an empty stomach. Because you really, having old Baba Rigby joining into the conversation is not cool. And it may be interpreted by others as a sign of weakness. So, please, chow down on some noodly goodness prior to any of those verbal tete-a-tetes, okay? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, I'd really rather you didn't build multi-million-dollar churches / temples / mosques / shrines to my noodly goodness, when the money could be better spent, take your pick. Ending poverty, curing diseases, living in peace, loving with passion, and lowering the cost of cable, which really is very important. I mean, that's key. The cost of cable and internet, those have really got to come down. Number 7, I'd really rather you didn't go around telling people that I talk to you. Which, his noodly goodness is probably rather ashamed of some of the people that go around saying, I talked to him the other day. His noodly goodness is going, dude, seriously, I do not remember. I have never talked to you in my life. So he'd rather you just don't go around doing that shit, okay? Don't be saying, I spoke to the spaghetti monster and he said. Don't be doing that shit, because he might come down and touch you really hard with his noodly goodness. And finally, number 8, I'd really rather you didn't do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you are into, stuff that uses a lot of leather and lubricant in Las Vegas. If the other person is into it, however, pursuant to rule number 4, then have at it. In other words, that which is why I prefer to say, don't do unto others what you don't wish to have done to you. So if I don't wish to have something done to me, I'm not going to do it to someone else. That's a pretty easy rule for me to live by. Okay, number 2 in the following the principles, at every available opportunity, talk like and or dress as a pirate. Arg, me hearties. In Pastafarianism, pirates have a status similar to saints in Christianity, or Bodhisattva, them in Buddhism. In fact, the mere existence of pirates is said to prevent natural disasters, and all Pastafarians are encouraged to adopt the dress, speech, and behavior of a pirate, especially if they're going to be preaching the holy word of the flying spaghetti monster. Pirates typically dress in flamboyant, colonial-era clothing with ruffled shirts, bright jackets, bandanas, and eye patches are common. Pirates enjoy beer, grog, wenches, the high seas, and anything that can get them a day off work, which wenches, if I'm out there partying and we're just having a good time but not getting, like kinkified kind of shit, but, girlfriend kind of shit, hey, girlfriend, come on, let's go party. Let's go watch that guy walk the plank. I can go with the wenches thing, but my gate don't swing that way. Moving along. Number 3, you must celebrate the Pastafarian holidays. Now this, I really recommend you do this. Like any religion, Pastafarianism has its own yearly holidays. These special days call for joyous celebration, humble reflection, and special devotion to the flying spaghetti monster. A brief calendar of the most important days in the Pastafarian calendar can be found right here. Every Friday. Friday is the Sabbath day for Pastafarians. However, it doesn't require any sort of special effort. Pastafarians may celebrate this day by drinking beer and relaxing. Arg! Ramadan is a month of sacrificing during which Pastafarians eat only pasta and noodle dishes after sundown. Start and end dates vary from year to year. So, it's pretty much up in the air. Like tossing your pasta. Passover, which Pastafarians enjoy a feast of pasta, dress as pirates, and participate in a ritual passing of the eye patch, which can be lots of fun unless someone's got pink eye, and then it's like, no thanks, I'll pass. Once again, the dates vary from year to year, but it's usually in March or April. Excuse me. Talk Like a Pirate Day, which is September the 19th, which is 5 days away, people. Another reason why I'm doing this evening, because you got to prep for this shit. Get your pirate clothes on and work on your pirate verbiage. September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day, and it's pretty much self-explanatory. Pirate costumes are recommended, but not necessarily required. Although I highly recommend them, because, arg. Now, Halloween, which is October 31st, every year, by the way, for those of you that are calendar challenged, Pastafarians are obliged to dress like pirates. Okay, no brainer. And finally, holiday. Now, Pastafarians celebrate a vaguely defined Christmas-like event in late December with no specific date is given by the church. And any way they celebrate it. But especially with pasta and pirates and beer. So, pretty simple. Number 4, pray to the flying spaghetti monster. You knew that was coming, didn't you? Devout Pastafarians may choose to pray on the Friday Sabbath, or every day, or whenever they feel like it. There really are no strict rules about when and where to pray. Though Pastafarians have major figures, they've written several commonly used prayers. You don't need to use these. Any sincere prayer, even one you make up on the spot, will be received by the Flying Spaghetti Monster. But if you choose to pray, end all of your prayers with the holy word, Ramen. See? So here is one Pastafarian prayer in case, you're wanting one to start off with, kind of break the ice, so to speak. Thaw the noodles, cook the noodles, however. This is the prayer of knowledge. Grant the Flying Spaghetti Monster thy sauce, and in thy sauce noodles, and in noodles meatballs, and in meatballs knowledge, and from knowledge, knowledge of what is tasty, and from knowledge of what is tasty, the love of spaghetti, and from spaghetti, the love of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Ramen. Are you enjoying this? Are you learning anything? You should be, because this is really key information here. It will give you a little bit of an insight into just exactly how my brain works, or maybe not. Number 5, do not persecute anyone who does not believe in the Flying Spaghetti Monster. This is a biggie. Because while Pastafarians are encouraged to spread the good word of the FSM in their daily lives, they are not allowed to harass, bully, or otherwise bother people who don't accept the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Not only is this against several of the I'd really rather you didn't, it's also just plain rude and not in line with the relaxed pasta-eating, live and let live philosophy of Pastafarianism. Now note that this rule isn't just for people of other religions who consider Pastafarianism a heresy. It's also for atheists and agnostics as well, because sometimes those people just look at you and go, oh, pshaw, yeah, like you've got an invisible dish of spaghetti with meatballs and sauce that's going to come down and touch you with its noodly goodness. There are people like that out there. They just don't understand. And that's their path to walk. Number 6, most of all, have a good time. So, Pastafarianism is designed to be a religion that its followers can enjoy. While followers of the FSM range from the extremely casual to the devoted, none should take their Pastafarian beliefs so seriously that they can't crack open a beer on a Friday afternoon the way the FSM intended in his infinite wisdom. Don't get stressed out about anything related to practicing Pastafarianism. Remember, it's a religion with a holiday called Ramadan. Okay? Seriously. It's not that big of a deal. And yet, it is. Now, part 3, becoming a master of Pastafarian. I'm sure you're all going, really? She's still going on with this shit? Yes, I am, because this is vital information, and it's Wackadoodle Wednesday. So now you get to choose which Pastafarian sect suits you. Pastafarians who wish to deepen their faith may eventually choose to join a subsect of the religion, and these sects interpret the word of the Flying Spaghetti Monster differently, leading to different practices and beliefs of the members. Unless a sect breaks one of the I really rather you didn'ts, there's no right or wrong sect to be in. It's a matter of personal preference. So, 2 of the biggest sects in Pastafarianism are the Orthodox and the Reformed sects. And no, that's not XE or SEX, it's SECTS. For those of you that I'm not pronouncing clearly, excuse me. Orthodox believers tend to have more conservative, literal views of Pastafarian beliefs, while Reformed believers tend to be more open to allegorical meanings. For instance, many Reformed Pastafarians believe in automated creationism, which is the idea that the flying spaghetti monster sparked the creation of the universe with a single event, like the big boil. Then let natural process eventually create life. Whereas Orthodox Pastafarians, on the other hand, believe that the flying spaghetti monster deliberately and literally created all things. Number 2, spread the church's good news with FSM propaganda. I've actually seen people do this, and they're fun-loving people. And most people give them a wide berth. I don't understand that. The Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster encourages its members to promote its message, so long as this does not lead to harassment or persecution of others. One of the most popular ways to do this is to distribute propaganda in the form of flyers, booklets, brochures, and so on. Official propaganda materials from the church are available, and they do have a link that you can click on. You may also make your own propaganda materials if you wish. However, make sure your materials are consistent with Pastafarian doctrine. It wouldn't be appropriate for instance, to pass out flyers saying that the flying spaghetti monster hates people who follow other religions, because that's not true. FSM accepts people of all faiths. Number 3, get ordained, which I am very seriously considering doing this. I think I may just have to, but I think I'm going to have to purchase a special colander for the occasion. In any case, you can get ordained as a Pastafarian minister. So if you're ready to stop being a follower in the church of the FSM and start being a leader, you can become an officially ordained minister online. And there's a clickable link. You'll need to pay the $25 to receive your official certificate and have your name added to the Register of Ministers, which could be way cool. Just imagine having Pastafarian weddings. I can see it now. Next, of course, this will have to be a summertime kind of thing, so I will need to have June wenches and pirates. But I'll set up my above ground pool in the backyard, and I'll get James and Amy to help me do some kind of a plank thing, and we'll do a whole walking the plank kind of ceremony. I can see it now. It will be fun. Number 4, attempt to have your religion recognized by a government agency, which, no, I am not going to go there. I'm just not. Because why? Government is even more fictitious than the flying spaghetti monster, in my opinion, or at least the belief in a government. But apparently there are people of the Pastafarian faith that don't give up when they're told that they don't belong to a real religion. Really? Kiss my ass. I believe it. So if you really want to get your religion officially recognized by local, state, or national government agencies, apparently it's considered one of the bravest, most self-sacrificing things a Pastafarian can do. Not only does it increase awareness of Pastafarianism, it also helps to illustrate the arbitrary nature of other religions, special privileges in society. So, no, you should not be deemed tax exempt or special by anyone else, because everyone should be tax exempt, because taxes are extortion. Oh, did I say that out loud? Yeah, I did. One good way to do this is to wear a pasta strainer on your head for official photographs, which that is really, really, really tempting. But no, I don't know that I want to take those steps, because it's like, really? I don't, yeah. Government is a fictitious entity. It's a belief in an authority that created a monster under the bed that crawled out from under the bed and is making life a living hell for everyone. So, okay, get this shared over on the effing side as well. I have lots and lots of notifications over here. Bobby, how you doing, sweetie? Oh, Bobby commented. What's going on, hon? How's your progress going over in California? Oh, you got me tuned in? Sweet. How awesome, Bobby. You're just the man. That's just all there is to it, hon. Did I share? Nope, I haven't shared this over here yet. Not just on the main feed, which I need to, because people need to know. This is vitally important. Let's see. 5 days. Oh, shit. There we go. Now, let's go check up with the chat, because I have really... Y'all have been extremely chatty here. Really chatty. Oh, okay. I'm scrolling up and I see that Grammy says I'm the wench. Oh, goodness. Okay. Now let's see. What? I'm not big, black, or hairy. What? Huh? You guys are really pretty funny. Oh, okay. I finally got up to where. Okay, thanks, Grimmy. Yeah, this is the final. Okay, I will hang out then, and check this shit out. Yeah. And look at all of those beers being passed out. How cool! Y'all are pastafarians. That's just all there is to it. You just don't know it yet. Ramen. Okay. I'm catching up. Pap smeared my... What? Ew. Gross. Oh, yeah, and a cowbell. Yes, we must have cowbell. That needs to be... I need to talk to the Flying Spaghetti Monster, because we do need more cowbell. Okay. Wow, I'm a slow learner, or a slow reader, or a whatever the hell. Yes, I did, Gariel. I said beer several times. Atrax robusta is the second most venomous animal on the planet, just after the sea kite. I thought it was a sea kyle. Oh, never mind. Fuck that shit. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Who's drinking that shit? PBR. See, I like OP beer. That's other people's beer. Okay. Moving along. I'm finally... Damn, you guys really were very chatty. You know that? Holy crap, Anoli. There are valiant people over here, and you're talking about brown recluse spiders, and those things are just freaking creepy crawly things. And I'm so glad I have 2 kitty cats that pounce on spiders. And then I have a few oils that makes them to where they don't really want to come in the house. Too bad. So, okay, let's see here. Which, in case you're wondering, patchouli oil and peppermint oil. Put those around your windows. Oh, Amen Ra too. Hey, there's Amen Ra. Cool. Are you supposed to say that too for pastafarian stuff? I'm really slow. You guys, wow. You were really... Moosey! Hey, Moose! You guys really did chat a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, lot. Um, and I'm not really reading. I'm just kind of scrolling, and if something catches my eye, then I go, oh, okay, cool. So, Road Dog quit. Damn it. All right, Atrax. Cool. More cowbell. We do need more cowbell. Looks aren't everything. Yeah, no, looks aren't everything. And I'm perfect for radio. Because I'm sure I make an awful lot of faces that would make people go, oh crap, oh damn, oh Lord, really? I did not need to see that. Whew. Um, Pooper, my baby sis. How you doing, sweetie? Um, oh, Sadia shared a link on my timeline. Thanks, sweetie. I'm a little slow. If Hillary wins the election, will they change the name of Air Force One to Con Air? Oh, wow. She's rather vapid, too. Don't you know? Uh, whee. Okay. Good one, Sadia. I like that. Okay, I'm going to go back to my pocket. Or maybe I'll... Holy crap! Had to tell a young... Or had a young gal... Oh, man. Oh, Ken, no. You don't look like Keith Richards. Honey. Holy crap. That's kind of scary, sweetheart. No, you don't look like Keith Richards, hon. Maybe you remind her of a young Keith Richards. I don't know, but new slogan for Gary Johnson: Don't vote for the lesser of two evils. Vote stupid. That's. I like that. Oh, good one, Ken. Ken had that on his wall, by the way. Um, too funny. That's a good one, Ken. Really, seriously, it is. Okay. And Gary L shared this over on Facebook. Go on. A cowbell in every pot. So after the asylum, Walken and Busey. Because if we're going to elect batshit crazy, let's at least make it highly entertaining. I love it. I love it. Awesome, Gary. And that's definitely batshit crazy. Just saying. And then I scroll down and there's Bernie. Whew. Yeah. That man is just scary. That's all there is to it. Okay. Are you chatting some more over here? Mm-hmm. Oh, someone's got a flux capacitor. Cool. Sweet. Gesundheit. Something just went through my brain and I just let it keep going. Okay? Because that's best with some of this stuff that goes through my brain. Okay. I think I'm going to go check out Oopie. I haven't been to Oopie for a while. You know that? Have you noticed that? And I only have like 28 minutes left, so let's go find something else silly. Since I've touched you with noodly goodness and been silly. Drone makers test device powered with drones. What? Okay. Where? Oh, thrashing snake hitches a ride on the hood of a couple's car. I would freak out. No freaking way. Oh, here we go. Okay, I like this one. I like the headline on this one. Okay, this is from UPI.com. A pig who jumped from a truck to save its life finds a new home. Yay, piggy, piggy, piggy. Say hello to Charlotte, our newest resident. This adorable little piglet jumped out of a truck and fell hard on the asphalt on the right side of Route 15 in Pennsylvania. A very kind family saw her lying motionless between the white lines of the road and the gravel shoulder. On their way to pick up school supplies, they turned around, came back to try to help, and while other cars and trucks just whizzed by, unconscious but still breathing, little Charlotte had a temperature of 107. Ah, wow. That was posted where? On Facebook, apparently. So, in Poolesville, Maryland, a daring little piglet who jumped out of a moving truck in Pennsylvania to save its own life found a new home at a Maryland animal sanctuary. Poplar Spring Animal Sanctuary of Charlotte shared a photo of Charlotte the piglet who was found wounded on the side of the road. She initially could not eat or drink on her own, but she recovered as her wounds continued to heal at Poplar Spring. She's just starting to run and play, said their director, Terry Cummings. And Poplar Springs staff expressed excitement about providing a new home for Charlotte and hopes that she can get along with another new rescue named Oreo. Excuse me, or Rio for short. Excuse me, dang it. We hope that soon she and Rio can be playmates when he is well and home from the hospital. Ah, well, where's a picture of Rio? Oreo. It's a cute whale, Peggy. This little piggy jumped from a truck because it did not want to go to the slaughter. Do what? Oh. Y'all are crazy. Good firewood like oak or cherry would go for twice. Oh, wow. I have lots of firewood. Only mine's locust tree. I do have some plum or some pear tree, because half of my pear tree got blown down in that same storm. Okay. That's just too cute, little piggy. Here's little piggy. I'll put that over on Facebook while Freedom's Network is refreshing. Okay. 51,000 people are talking about vitamin D over on Facebook. Really? Why? I'm not curious enough to actually click on the link because I don't ever click on that shit on Facebook. It's like, no. I don't want to be inundated with bullshit. Okay. We'll do this one. And how about... Okay, I've been pastafarian and I talked about a little pig. So how about I just go to the pig real quick. Let's go see what this date in history has to say for itself on the pig, at least. Ah. In Pig's Tasty Tidbits, they have a little list. Shall I read it? I think I will. Due to the climate of political correctness now pervading America, let it be known that Kanaka's or Kanuckians, Tennesseans, and West Virginians will no longer be referred to as hillbillies. You must now refer to them as Appalachian Americans. And furthermore, how to speak about women and be politically correct. Oh, this is... Wow. Okay. Number one, she is not a babe or a chick. She is a breasted American. Really? I know men with moobs. Number two, she is not easy. She is horizontally accessible. Wow. Number three, she's not a dumb blonde. She's a light-haired detour off the information superhighway. Wow. Whew. Number four, she's not been around. She's previously enjoyed companion. Well. And number five, she does not nag you. She becomes verbally repetitive. Now, how to speak about men and be politically correct. Ah, he does not have a beer gut. He has developed a liquid grain storage facility. I always just say they put a Quonset over their lawnmower, but that's just me from out here in Hickville. Number two, he is not a bad dancer. He is overly Caucasian. Or a Joe Cocker wannabe, however you want to put that. Number three, he does not get lost all the time. He investigates alternative destinations, which I don't get lost. I always take the scenic route. Always. Trust me, I do. It never fails. Number four, he's not balding. He is he is in follicle regression. See, now I always tell people that they're building that's their solar panel for a sex machine. It makes them feel a lot better. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Number five, he does not act like a total ass. He has developed a case of rectal cranial inversion. Yeah. He has Richard cranium disease, is what he has. Okay, this date in history. September the 14th, 1812. Little Corporal, or Emperor Napoleon, spends quality time in Moscow, eventually decides that his risky hosts are a drag, and sets the town on fire. Yeah, damn tourists anyway. This date in history, 1948. Big Apple suckage ensues when UN breaks ground for world headquarters. Oh, and is that a massive suckage? Whee! And it's still sucking. And finally, this date in history, 1956. Doctors perform first prefrontal lobotomy in Washington, D.C. Al Gore wakes up feeling refreshed and asks doctors in the room, "Does it feel warm in here to you?" Oh, y'all are just entirely too funny. That's from those funny guys, Hambo and Porkus, over there on pigazette.com. Go on over there and check some of their zaniness out, because they've always got some kind of smart-ass remark to share with you. And they have lots and lots of pages for you to peruse. If you don't like one page, I'm sure there's another one you will like. So go check them out. No, that's not an ad. It's just kind of a putting that out there. Let's see. I think I have time for this one. I was going to get to this last week, and I just never got around to it. Have you ever had around to it? It goes in a square hole. But this is on Shareably. Shareably.net, by the way. It turns out that people who talk to themselves aren't crazy. They're geniuses. Now, see, I prefer this because, number one, you scroll down a little bit, and there's two tin cans with a string in between it, which is pretty much my internet connection out here in Booneyville. And basically, me being on the radio, it's kind of like talking to myself, and yet there are others that are going, who in the hell is this crazy woman that I'm listening to? And where can I change the station? Okay. So have you ever found yourself having a conversation with, yourself? I do it all the time. Just putting that out there. Occasionally, I argue with myself, and the bonus round about that is I always win. But moving along, have you ever then turned red with embarrassment as you notice those around you are watching you? I don't embarrass anymore over that. I just look at them and say, "Hey, I won," which usually makes them give me a wide berth. Um, yeah, because they're usually staring and pointing to the crazy person in the room. Me. As it turns out, there's actually no reason to be embarrassed at all. You're probably just a genius. I'm a genius. I love that. So, how could this be possible? Yeah, you're probably thinking, don't crazy people talk to themselves? Society has built this negative stigma around talking to yourself, so many feel embarrassed when caught. And it turns out it's actually a sign of being a genius. Studies show that talking to yourself can make you learn more quickly, think more efficiently, and boost long-term memory. One study printed by a quarterly journal of experimental psychology, oh wow, that's just scary in and of itself, found that verbal stimulation altered ongoing perceptual processing, which my mother said one of her college professors had told her that if you're really wanting to remember something or if you're wanting to hash something out, talk into a tape recorder or some kind of recording device and then play it back to yourself. And then that way it will, it'll sink in and odds are you will answer your own question. So my mom does that, which is, see, it runs in the genes. Or the yoga pants or the sweats or whatever. Okay. To move on, this means that talking to themselves, especially when repeating the name of an object, significantly helped participants of the study become more receptive to the object they said out aloud, making it easier to find the object if they searched for it. Wow, I didn't know you could do that. Cool! Many experts and studies have actually done research in order to see how talking to yourself helps. So here are the top 5 ways, all backed up by science. Science! And you know what? I'll bet you I just have time for these. So, number 1, your brain works more efficiently. In an experiment done by Live Science, test subjects, that repeated objects not only found them more easily, but had a better memory and enhanced memorization abilities. Speaking something out loud to yourself actually solidifies what you're doing and makes it more easy for your body to understand. Cool. Number 2, as a child, you'll learn better. Babies and toddlers need to hear their voice when grown-ups or when growing up, as self-directed speech can help guide children's behavior, often talking themselves step by step through tasks. By talking aloud to yourself as a youngster, you can vocalize directions and become more adept at following them or any other process. Now that right there just triggered a memory of my granddaughter. Bless her heart, she is the love of my life. She is so awesome. She's my bestest bud. And when she was like 2.5, 3 years old, they had a little timeout bench that when you sat on it, you were facing the wall. Anybody seen the cartoon Barnyard? That was one of her favorite cartoons at the time. She'd gotten in trouble and had to sit on the timeout bench in the living room by herself. No TV, no movies going, nothing. She just had to sit there for a few minutes and process. Well, I was hearing something coming from the living room, but I was in helping my daughter with fixing supper. And my son-in-law come walking in, and he was snickering to himself. And then he motioned for us to come around the corners, which we did. And we paid close attention to her. She was sitting there, kind of rocking in her timeout bench singing, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. Just kept repeating that over and over again, which that was a song that from Barnyard. I know it's, yeah. But it was just so damn cute to see her rocking and looking at the wall and just singing that to herself. And you know what? She does not back down. She's one tough cookie. But that made me, yeah. Click that little memory in the memory banks. How cute. Okay, number 3. It helps organize your thoughts. Talking to yourself helps validate important decisions. This is according to psychologist Linda Sapadin. By speaking out loud, you are vocally prioritizing tasks and decluttering your mind. Oh, where's the fun in that? I like my mind cluttered. Hearing your issue be vocalized also calms your nerves instead of bouncing around in your head. Okay, now I gotta, because I hear myself talking, when I'm doing the radio, I can hear myself. It's not through the radio, but yeah. And no, my nerves don't get calm until I turn the radio off. Because this is like, yeah, time for me. So, in case you hadn't noticed, I do tend to be just a skosh of a basket case when I do this. And finally, number 4, you'll achieve more goals. So repeating something out loud, especially your goals, will help reinforce your attention and focus, along with eliminate distractions. And walking yourself through the steps will make each one more individual and clear, as opposed to blending them all together. So by saying it and hearing it, you mentally condition your brain to put more effort into achieving it. Booyah! See? I've been meaning to get to this since I first saw it like a week or 2 ago. Finally did it. Deliver, no, huh? Okay. Oh, committing it to the collective consciousness. Who is doing that? Creating vibe. Cool. I'm catching up here. Fracking versus ancient astronomy. Huh? I'd much rather have ancient astronomy. Okay. Okay. Next time go through it. Boom, boom, boom. Look forward to trying. What? Y'all are having entirely too much fun going on in here. Okay. Grimmy's the second smartest person. I think Grimmy is the smartest guy in the whole wide world. Really, Grim? See, you just confirmed it. I'm just finally catching up with the chat. Shitty shit. What's shitty shit? Okay, must get Grimner to... No, Grimmy won't do it. Grims won't do it. Okay, let me get this shared over here. Oh, wow. I am getting close to the end of my show. By the way, y'all have been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3, also on RLMRadio.xyz, and RLM Spreaker Channel, and the RLM TuneIn radio station, and the RLM Internet radio station, and the podcast is on SoundCloud. Correctamundo, Grimmy? Did I get it right that time? Or did I get it left? Go figure. Whatever. It's out there already, so what the hey. Be sure to check back on Friday, because, yeah, I think Vinny will be on at noon Friday for Vin, honey. I keep forgetting because you're always having tests and you're always having issues, and so therefore I need to repeat it out loud to myself several times, and maybe then it will stick. Um, Vinny will be on at noon Central Time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern Time, or 11 o'clock Grammy time. Grammy, are you Mountain Time Zone? Don't you just love how I just put that out there? Um, Although Central Time is the time zone that the universe is set with, but just for those of you that don't really know that. Uh, wow, Bobby, you've been busy liking things. Cool beans. Okay. Oh yeah, and yeah, guess what? I'll be on tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Friday evening. Damn it! See, I got distracted. I know, that's shocking. Yeah, Friday evening, I'll be kicking off the Friday night festivities on Freaker Friday night, and directly following me will be Atrax with his particular blend of music with lots more cowbell. Please and thank you. Truly a bit appreciate it. Muchly. And then directly following Atrax will be Grimmy and Moose Girl with the Freakers Ball, and it will sadly. Damn it all, Solomon. I really enjoy your words of wisdom, hon. I'm going to miss that. But I do, even though I don't really understand, like, because I know what's going on, I understand. Does that make sense to you, hon? When you hear the podcast of this? I hope it does. But Grimmy and Moosey will be on with Solomon Friday night. So I will not be around for the Dork Table Saturday, though, because I have a family shindig that I will be going to. So, in any case, let's see. I do have time for maybe one more quickie. I got time for quickie, baby. Not that kind. So, let me look in my pocket. See what kind of shit I got in my pocket. Been there, done that, did that. What? Something dumb, something crazy, something, yeah. Press TV. Obama's Putin demonization is a diversion. Really? Nah. They would never think of doing something like that, would they? Mm-mm. U.S. President Dangleberry recent comments about his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin is a diversion tactic to distract the public from Democratic presidential nominee Shitlery's health issues, says Mark Dankoff, who is an American analyst. And I happen to think that Shitlery's health issues, although probably are quite real, are another diversion from some other more nefarious thing that's going on. Yeah, it's what you don't know that'll get you. Just saying. During a Clinton campaign event in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on Tuesday, Dangleberry compared Putin to Iraq's former dictator, which Dangleberry should know what a dictator is since he is one, so damn insane, who is no longer amongst the living, at least meat suit wise, claiming that the Russian president rigs popularity polls in his own favor. Ha! Well, I wonder if you know about this because you recognize the signs. Could that possibly be? I would not put it past Putin, but I think he probably is a little bit more popular than you are, dude, because really, are you in the single digits? You should be in the negative digits, but I'm sure there's some people out there that go, oh no, I got me an Obama phone. Obama made the comments as he blasted Republican presidential nominee, the Trumpelstiltskin himself, for an interview with the Russian television network RT, where the New York businessman gave kudos to Putin for his popularity. Yeah, he loves this guy, Dangleberry added of Trumpelstiltskin's alleged relationship with Putin, which do not let that distract you, because how many years did Trumpelstiltskin donate to Shitlery's campaign? They're all a bunch of butt buddies. Just saying. Um, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and share this because it looks like I am just about out of time. But yeah, distractions, 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 people. Please keep digging and looking behind the curtain because there is all kind of shit. Atraxopocalypse. Thank you. Thank you very much, Atraxopocalypse. Cool. I will remember that. Um, if you don't have time for dessert, okay. So here's your sign. Okay, y'all have an absolutely awesome evening. Cause you know what? I need to get the hell out of here because number one, I'm hungry and Baba Rigby is talking to me, and number two, I'm thirsty, and number three, my puppies went in. So y'all have an absolutely awesome rest of your evening. I absolutely, honestly, and for true do love you all. And I actually like most of you too. And I really do wish you enough. But sometimes you need enough of the boot in the butt to get your head out of your backside.